Good morning, Pelham Road. Well, we continue our tour of college football fight songs. Maybe the only time we get to hear them this year. So we've already done the hometown favorites. One of my favorites is about to come up here. So listen closely to it. Tell me if you can recognize it. That's Glory, Glory from the University of Georgia. You have not lived until you've been in Athens, Georgia on an October Saturday afternoon and heard the band crank that song up and the fans go wild. And I know you're saying the same thing happens at other places. Those are your teams and I get it. But I guess I've been in South Carolina 20 years and I bet I've went to that stadium 15 or 16 times. A lot of times to see them beat Auburn. And so it's just a beautiful thing to hear Glory, Glory played on that field. But anyway, so we did our salute to Georgia today. Go Dogs. As far as the questions below, I need you to weigh in on something. When it comes to dessert, would you prefer a brownie or a donut? Brownie or donut? And I will remind you that Theology Thursday is back on Thursday nights. And this week, my special guest is Jay Briggs. And if you don't know a lot about Jay, I think you need to tune in tonight. We talk a great deal about the theater and the Gospels and their intersection. So now I've gotten your curiosity up, don't I? So join us for Theology Thursday. It comes out tonight. Well, we have a little change of pace today. When I hear somebody talk about family values, I guess maybe 70 or 80 years ago, we all meant the same thing when we said family values. But families today are very different. They're quite eclectic, and there's a variety of them out there, and we don't all share the same values. And so I just don't know that we should. I think that term's become rather empty to talk about family values because what family are you talking about? I have a story to tell you. It's not we're going to do Story Friday, but I got a little story to tell you right now. Last Christmas season, Joanne dragged me to the mall. I shouldn't have said that. I accompanied Joanne to the mall. Yeah, that's what I did. I went with her. And she was trying on a few things, and I was walking laps around the mall, and every now and then I'd sit down at one of those couches and just kind of observe people while I was waiting. And I saw two families' interactions, and I think they're a pretty good illustration of how values are different. The first, I'm watching this mother and her daughter, and it seems to me that the daughter's very frustrated. She's sighing deeply, and she's rolling her eyes a lot. Maybe they've been at this for several hours and she's ready to go home. I don't know. But she holds up this shirt and she says, well, what about this one? What about this one? And her mother is, she wants to de-escalate the situation. Looks like she has some pretty good parenting skills. And so she says something like, well, honey, that's a good looking, that's a good selection. I think that'd be a good looking color on you and everything. What's it cost? And the girl showed her the price tag or told her the price. And see, that's when the mother lost it. She'd been kind of playing it cool, trying to de-escalate the thing. And it's the next sentence. The next sentence tells you a lot about their values. She said, oh, honey, we can get that for half the price at TJ Maxx or Target. And the girl just hangs the thing up and walks out. They'll be okay. But one of their values in that family is value. They don't want to waste money. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, that mother believes that, but that daughter doesn't believe that. Trust me, 10 years from now, that daughter will be just like her mama. She'll believe the same thing. All right? But that's a value. And some families value the cost of things, not wanting to waste money. That's one of their family values, one of their personal family values. I saw another couple. I was sitting down at another place, and I looked up and I watched this mother and daughter again in this little routine. And I think they were just getting started because they both looked fresh, and there was no rolling of their eyes. And so the daughter picks up this blouse or shirt, and she turns it to her mother, and she says, "Well, how about this? You think I would look good in this?" And the mother, again, I think that we're improving. We're getting some better parenting skills out there. She goes, "Wow, that would look great on you." The only question I have, honey, is, are those still in style? Now, the mother was practicing what she preached. She just didn't want her daughter to be stylish. She was stylish. She looked like she came from a Vogue photo shoot. The daughter looked like me. I mean, I think she came from soccer practice. And so I don't know that her and the mother shared the same position on these matters at this particular juncture. But the mother believed very deeply in style, and that style was important. So families don't all have the same values. And that's okay. We don't all have to have the same values. We really don't. But there is something that I've become convinced of as I've aged, and that is that home is where you learn your values. I mean, you may not be a duplicate of your own parents, and your children may not be a duplicate of you. But the place that they're going to learn about values is going to be in your home. And it's okay if they're different from the neighbors. It's okay if they're different from their grandparents. I mean, eventually you have to live with your own values. So make no mistake about it. As a mom or a dad or a grandparent, you are shaping the future. The values of your family are being decided in your home. I've watched children grow up now for a long time, and I've watched parents agonize over where to send their children to school. It's not scientific, but my eyes tell me this. There is as much education going on across the kitchen table as in any classroom. Having nightly prayers or not having them teaches something. Gossiping about people at the kitchen table or only saying positive things about others is some value that's being taught. Someone in the family, ideally the parents or an adult, must give leadership. If parents do not give leadership to their children, if they don't set some limits, model the good example, demonstrate how to disagree and still love, if you don't do that, then they're going to find that somewhere else. But you got a chance. I mean, you get them a lot. And you got a chance to show them by example how to live. A report, I believe it was from ABC News, indicates that kids, even teenagers, look to their parents for answers. I think for some time we have been under the impression that at some point kids turn from their parents and take advice from their peers. It appears that this is really incorrect, except maybe in fashion and music. When it comes to major decisions, sexual activity, drug use, college preparation, and other important decisions, kids and teenagers still look to their parents for the right thing to do and the example to do the right thing. See ya.